like to say, if you are being called to Hekate, then that is such a honor. It should be seen as an honor. And the reason why I would say that much as so is because Hekate is only going to come to those who are chosen, the ones who have been through a great length of trial, and you have definitely overcome a lot of obstacles. You could have been someone who have been, ostracized in your family, like the black sheep of the family, someone who was the weirdo of the group, or you just never fit into those certain rooms or other people's expectations of what something or someone should be. And this could be the reason why Hekate's energy is now coming to you. Another reason why Hekate could be coming to you is because you are a shadow worker. You are someone who does not feel like I'm afraid to go deep within myself to discover those deep hidden secrets within. And what I mean by that is Hekate has come into my life in a point where I'm at a crossroad, and it's a space where I can either stay this person that I was and trapped into this mindset and toxic belief, or I can say it's time for me to step into a new self, a self that I've always and truly was, but it was a piece of me that I had forgotten. And I feel like that is a lot of reason why Hekate's energy is so loud right now, is because a lot of us is doing that shadow work, and we're going deep within inside of ourselves. And a lot of us have been in spaces where we have been in families where we were labeled as the weirdo. Maybe you were very powerful, very intuitive. You could be the witch of your family, right? Someone who has always connected to something higher, and you could have definitely been put into a category or a box. And I feel like that this was something that very much so made you feel limited, and you didn't stand up for yourself before. And even if you did, it was in a toxic space because you didn't know how to properly do that. And this is why Hekate's energy is coming to you now, because it's time for you now to know how to stand up for yourself, close those doors, and now know that the access to those doors was always inside of you. A lot of us going through a lot of trauma and a lot of abuse, you tend to forget about your strength, right? Or even if you had a strength at all, sometimes you're like, shit, I didn't even know that I was capable to do these things. I was possible to do these things, right? And I feel like Hekate comes to you to remind you of the power that was always within. Is Hekate's energy cozy and warm? For me, I feel like that is what I've gained from my other deities that I've worked with, and the other energies that I have worked with that nurturing, loving energy. That was at the stage of my life and my spiritual path that I needed that. I needed that, cuddly and more mothering, nurturing energy, because in that stage of my spiritual development, that is not what I had. And so that is what, Source was like, you know what, I'm going to send you these energies to work with, because I know that they'll be comforting within that space. Now, does that mean Hekate is not cuddly? No, I'm not going to say that she's not cuddly, because she cares and she loves. And that's what I feel from her energy, right? She cares and she loves, but she's one of those, it's like a stern mama that's like, I know that you're capable of doing this. I've seen you do the work. I believe in you. It's like, I need you to believe in yourself. So it's the same love that, yes, the nurturing love, but it's coming from a space of, I want you to believe in your power. I need you to see that you have it in you to do everything that you are wanting to do. I need you to see that the people around you are not people that are good for you. I need you to see it's a parent that's coming from a space of, I know what you're capable of because you come from me. So I need you to stand up for yourself. So she is very much so loving, but she is definitely an energy that's like this. I am not going to sit here and keep on hearing you cry over the same thing. It's either we're going to close the damn door, or what are we talking about? So I feel like that's more of Hekate's energy. It is loving, but it is definitely the energy that I, in this space of my spiritual path, need. And a lot of you could need that. A lot of you can need that push, that forceful, and it's not much. I'm not gonna say forceful, but I'm gonna say I love you from a place where I understand because I've been there. You get it? I love you from a place where I understand because I have been in a space where my own family tried to ice me out. My own family tried to pin my gifts against me. My own family tried to ruin me and label me as evil as well because I was a powerful being. So I get you. But now, what are we going to do? And that is so Hekate's energy. So Hekate's energy. Get into her story, and that is to know her energy. Do I feel like Hekate comes and destroys your life and creates havoc because of, her energy? No, I don't. What I do believe is that there are things within your life that you could have been not paying attention to and looking over because you didn't want to go there. I don't feel like Hekate's energy is for the weak. I always say that, and I'm going to always say that. And I'm not wanting to scare anybody, but if you are in a stage of your spiritual growth where you're like, I really don't want to have to let go of this yet. I don't want to have to remove myself from this. And I don't want to have to, then you don't want to work with Hekate at this particular moment. No, because if there is anything standing in your road to block you, that is going to create a blockage, right? And it could be something that you have been holding on to, but this could have been a toxic thing. Then yes, that thing is going to be exposed and it's going to be brought to the forefront of your vision in your scope so that you can see that this is what has been blocking my roads to success, my roads to financial stability, my roads to emotional freedom, my roads to spiritual and mental wellness, peace. These could be things that have been blocking you. So as human beings, we tend to get a little bit comfortable with our toxicities, right? And we tend to want to hold on to those things. But Hekate's energy pushes you into a space where you are now in a crossroad and you have been asking, what is blocking me? What is hindering me? What is keeping me in this space? There could be a mindset, there could be a person, place, or thing that has been blocking that road, and it will definitely be exposed. And so that could be the chaos and the havoc of energy that a lot of people tend to talk about. And, that could be, it could be the tower of your relationship. If this is a relationship that it's truly not sacred, then it's going to be brought to the forefront. If this is finances that has been built off falseness, then it's definitely going to be destroyed so new stability could be created. If this is a mindset, right, that has been creating you to be crippled throughout your life, then this is definitely going to be exposed during shadow work sessions with Hekate. So no, I don't feel like that she is chaos, but I do feel like that she is definitely the tornado of change that comes in your life. And when everything settles, it is like this, a lot of these things got wiped away, but some of these things, when you look at it, it's like, I feel so much better for choosing me. And that's the thing. When you deal it with this energy, it's like you start to see, I see it now. I know why you brought this to my forefront. I know why this was the lit up from your light. Okay, because you have to think about it. Hekate's torch is what lights up the underworld for the spirits to be able to see the path towards her, right? And so there was definitely something, if Hekate's energy is calling you, that has been lit up within your life, and you have now seen something from a different scope. So yes, if something is being broken down, that is only because this thing needed to be broken down so something else can be rebuilt. Does Hekate help with confidence? I would definitely say yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, 1,000 times yes, because Hekate's energy is shadow work, right? And so when you are sitting in a space where you are now going inward, and you are now not masking, you're now really sitting with yourself and you are discovering. This will empower you, and it will definitely strengthen you in a way where you now don't give a fuck about what nobody has to say or what they think. And I feel that that is what I love most about her energy. The fact that she has this alluring, like, look, I am a powerful force. I am protected. I am confident. I am wealthy. I am this, and I am not to be fucked with. You know what I'm saying? It's like that energy alone is very boosting to anybody's confidence, and where I would, run from things in my life, I am now saying, no, fuck that. I'm not taking this. I'm not coming from a place where I'm not standing up for myself, putting my energy into things in a toxic way. I'm now setting boundaries in my life, and I'm moving in that. I'm not taking no bullshit, and that's the way it is. I'm not going to sit over here and do nothing to no one. And I'm definitely not going to accept if you come over into my circle of space that I've created of peace and try to create some shit over here, because then it's going to be some war at your front door. And that's exactly what I have learned from Hekate's energy. She's not for people who want to be baneful. If you want to sit up and you want to do, dark magic and all that type of shit, then Hekate's energy is definitely going to fuck you up. And I'm going to say it just like that. But if you are sitting in a space and you're saying, I'm not all sunshine and love and light and rainbows either, I am not going to send nothing to you if you don't send no shit to me. And that's exactly Hekate's energy. And matter of fact, I'm not going to just send some shit. I'm a lay it all the way out. We are being taught within this energy that now with Hekate that we're moving more confidently, protected and healed, right? And the number one thing is we're doing that now in a protected state. It's no longer walking in the shadows, right? Fearing because you can't see certain shit. Hekate's torch has now illuminated the torch within inside of us to now say, boom, I have the access within inside of me. So that energy alone is very boosting to your confidence. So you have been in a space where you have been feeling like I've been in my shadows, and I've probably been really lacking to take a big step up for myself and really care about myself, then definitely deal with Hekate's energy as well, because that energy is going to boost your confidence. So tell you about the line. This line that I have created with Hekate's guide is a line that I made in 3 beautiful steps, right? It is created to come into your life and add to your already ministry that you already have. So if you already have an altar set up, you already know how to do the your rituals and things as a practitioner, as a root worker, as a Wiccan, as someone who practice the occult in whatever type of way. This is to come in as a tool to add to your already creative magic flow. But if you are a baby and you're coming in and you don't know, then these tools are so put together in a way to create you to already be like, all right, all I got to do is light this, put this oil on me, and boom, the steps had already been done for you. And what I love about this 3-step ritual is that it is going to also create that boost of confidence that we talked about. It not only opens the doors to so many different possibilities, but it pushes you into a form of confidence that you probably didn't even know existed. I have been using my own oiled and my own ritual products for a really long time now. I did not want to put anything out that was not sacred. I did not want to promote something that was not from a heartfelt space and from my own real work and insight. Each one of these herbs and oils that have been placed inside of each tool that I have created was given through channeling, was given through readings, divination, intuition. And what I love about these items, they're not just items that I've just created and I'm trying to push out to you guys. These are items that have truly have changed my life. And again, they're not items to say that, it's a genie in a bottle. But if you are a magical being and you definitely have that already, ashe, that magic, that power within you, is going to amplify your already practice. Hekate, being the crossroad, this line is to transform your life. It is to put you smack dab at the crossroad so that you can now discover what is it that is hindering me from being able to push forward. What is blocking my pathway? Since using these products myself, I have discovered so many hidden things that I once felt really labeled about and really unforgiving of myself about. And I feel that me pushing this into my ritual practice, using these sacred herbs, and every single tool has been covered over and chanted over and laid out at the Lionsgate portals for charging. Using these tools have definitely, exposed hidden things that I've once forgotten within myself in ways that I did not show up for me. And it's not just about the tools. And I want to really paint that picture. I don't want you to feel like, oh, you buy this item and then, rub it on you or use whatever and then boom, this thing happened. It is the ritual, the sacred ritual of continuance. It's the continuing flow of you using this. It is the portal that you are opening up when you are covering with these items and when you are using them before your meditational rituals and your spiritual baths. It is that sacred ritual that will open up the door to possible change. What I want to say to Hekate's energy is thank you, Mother. Thank you, Mother of the sky, seas, and the earth, for coming in my life, and not just mine, but so many of our lives, and showing us our hidden truths. Exposing not just the things around us, but exposing those things that we forgot about ourselves, for really helping us to do the work. Because Just like Persephone, you are not leaving us in the dark. You are holding our hands because you know that we are ready to take this life and to conquer it. And it's the only thing that you want us to do is to say, I believe and I'm capable of doing it. So I thank you for your strength, and I thank you for always being a guide and for us being a vessel for your beautiful energy. And I just wanted to say that, and also say this: if you are wanting to work with Hekate's energy, do not feel scared. I'm gonna be honest with you. It is not for someone who is wanting that gentle push. Okay, this is more like you know what you need to do. You know the power, and if you really want to know what's blocking you, I'm gonna show you straight like that. And sometimes people may feel like that energy is a little aggressive, but to be honest, I feel like for a lot of us, that energy is definitely needed for all of us, to be honest. But it depends on the stage that you are in your life. So these were some of the ways that you could feel called to work with Hekate, and why you might feel you want to work with Hekate. A lot of people are coming on my page and they're saying, whoa, why am I seeing her come on my For You page? Is it something that she's trying to tell me? Is it something that I'm not seeing? These are some of the reasons why that she could be coming inside of your energy and coming into your life at this moment, because of the fact that she's saying, hey babe, you're at the crossroad and you are almost there, but there's some things that I need you to look around and I need you to pay attention. Have you been showing up for you? Have you been feeling called to do some of this shit that you're saying yes to? Is this a relationship that's gratifying to you? Is this a spiritual practice that you really, really feel eager to follow? Maybe you are not a Christian. Maybe you're not, Catholic. Maybe you're not whatever that is. Maybe you have been called to be a witch. Maybe you are someone who is a practicer of herbs and you believe in more than that, right? And instead of you feeling ostracized, Hekate could be saying this: I love you and I know the power that you have inside of you. I'm not judging you for the things that you've done, but I need you to sit down and work within your shadow so that you can create that strength within yourself and now know what it looked like to stand up for you. I know that you can do it. I know that you're capable. So, my name is Amethyst the Hippie, and I appreciate you for coming in and giving me all of your beautiful vibration. These were some things about Hekate's beautiful energy. If you would like more videos about